Now, I want to get to the story of Portland right now because there are so many things that have taken place over the last 24 hours in Portland. And it's just amazing because this is a story where they've tried to craft a narrative and respond and rebut the president. We talked about that yesterday.
Right.
We talked about Portland yesterday on the show where they were saying, actually, this is wrong. We're going to fact check the president on him talking about Portland being lit ablaze. Well, there have been recent developments. That's why we started 20 minutes late today.
Yeah.
That, again, just look at the smile. I can't even get the words out. It's time to fact check fact checkers.
Oh.
Fact check. Fact checkers. Fact checkers. Fact-fackers. Check. News.
So, again, the question to you. There is another question here with Portland. Do you just think this is so emblematic of the left? It's just like it's not burnt. There's nothing on. It's a peaceful protest. Shit.
There's fiery, but mostly.
Just turn your head just 90 degrees there to the left. And you refute your own argument. But it's more than that. Here's Stelter saying that people need to fact-check President Trump on his comments on Portland.
President Trump wants to go on and sit there for an hour and lie about Portland and Seattle and Kenosha and New York City. What I don't get is why these primetime stars allow it and why management allows it. The president tonight is saying that all of Portland's been on fire for years. Everyone who lives in Portland knows that's a lie. Just go read the local newspaper in Portland. I understand why the president wants to lie about that to try to win his reelection. But why do these primetime stars put up with it? Why do they take it? Why do they sit there and pretend like he's telling the truth when they know that he's lying to millions of people? Sadly, Lawrence, I think it's about the money, and I think it's about the access to power.
Well, listen, come on. That's how you have a career is money and access to power. What are we going to say? Talent? Listen, Brian Stelter, there's no reason for him to be hosting a show. I know ad hominem, but it's absolutely true. This is a guy who is in there to push an agenda, and he has no reason to be on any kind of a program, let alone prime time. I don't know if Sunday morning is really considered prime time. But the point here is, do you also notice that he said, why are these star hosts, he doesn't consider himself among them? And he said people in Portland can read any local paper. Well, not exactly a local paper, but from CNN's own fact check, along with a quote from Lieutenant Rich Chapman. He's a spokesman for Portland Fire and Rescue. He said, there have been fires set just about every night of the protest. And he goes on to say, but we put out most of them. I don't care.
Right.
And most of the nights where there hadn't been actual fires, they were attempted fires.
Well, and
they were put out beforehand. That's all. But this is from their own fire department. There have been fires almost every single night. Hold on. Here's another one. What's $25 million? Just to account for this, and you know they're undercounting it, just like Detroit with the murders. $25 million in reported damages and over 500 arrests. So, Stelter.
Fact check. Fact check.
And is Stelter the only person in America that doesn't understand how the English language works? And when you're like, the entire city's on fire. Do you think he meant like every square inch of the city was on fire simultaneously?
I mean, look at
like
that.
there's some kind of an event that happened that even a nuclear blast couldn't make happen.
But they put them out.
It's
not a fire
right now. Okay.
Let's assume you have a big house. Let's assume you have a big farmhouse. Not that you're wealthy, but you have a farmhouse that's like, I don't know, 4,000, 5,000 square feet, right? Something big but reasonable for people who live in the country. Okay, and every single night, one of your main rooms was lit ablaze by someone who didn't live in that house. And then someone were to come out and say, oh my gosh, that's really rough. You get your house has been on fire here for the last month. You think you'd be like, wow, it was just the den?
We didn't really like that anyway.
It's for the movement.
And even if you lit it yourself. But in this case, it's just a bunch of Antifa, Black Lives Matter assholes. Let's go to your point really quickly. But first, I actually want you to watch, just in case, this is what they cannot show on CNN, and this is what we'll see if YouTube actually bans us from showing this. Believe your lying eyes. This is Portland ablaze.
That's not fire. No.
Mostly peaceful.
I love how the nightclub music is still playing.
That's those little wavy things that look like fire.
It's a flaming
fire.
It's a flaming limon vodka gone wrong.
You're just throwing IKEA desks in there.
Avert your eyes, Stelter.
And this is, by the way, this is also a technique that they use. Is they go, well, there were fires, and they cannot even deny it. They said, well, there were fires most nights, but not all nights. The only reason there weren't fires all nights is because he got that fire extinguisher there earlier. And there would be fires everywhere in the city if you weren't able to put them out. So this happens all the time, right?
Yeah,
they do it with Rand Paul, where he goes, they would have killed me. Really? Oh, they shoved you a little bit and you're complaining? Well, just because it was mitigated, because someone took proactive actions to make sure that they weren't harmed, doesn't diminish the fact that you tried to kill them. It doesn't matter if fires were put out. There have been attempted fires every night, and there have been successful fires most nights, according to CNN Stelter. So you guys can tweet Brian Stelter along with Chris Cuomo.
Well, I think you should.
And here's another one, the guy who hates President Donald Trump, the mayor there.
Very reasonable
mayor
person.
of Portland, Mr. Ted Wheeler. Well, guess what? Just last night, they were trying to burn down his apartment building. Don't know if this will get banned, but just so you don't believe your lying eyes, here's a clip.
There's f***ing people above it! What the f***? Dude.
I thought that was the we're on your side.
It sounds like him,
Because of that same white bro voice.
Yeah, exactly. See, I'm proving it.
I'm an ally. What? What's that, a shiv? Well, well played.
I deserve this.
What's that, a sharpened toothbrush with a roll of scotch tape? You're like the MacGyver killing white guys.
That's terrible. And Brian Stelter, I just want to go back to him real quick. He never misses an opportunity to miss the point, right? And to bury facts. He let his hatred of Trump get so in the way of his job that he misses out on the fact that
mispronounced secret crush.
Yeah, secret crush, right? Yeah, a scorned lover potentially. I don't know. He misses out on the fact that people are being killed in these cities. People are being hurt in these cities. Buildings are being burned. That's the point. The point that anybody is making that is talking about riots happening in these cities is that people's lives are being destroyed. And you're like, oh, it's not the entire city of Portland.
That's
How
not the
dare you,
entire
Donald
city.
Trump? Everybody needs to get along with me and tell everyone in the news media we have to say Donald Trump's a liar.
Not everyone has been killed yet. It's
Right.
only
I don't understand
14,000
that.
arrests across the country, 30 dead, $1 billion in damages, 900 officer casualties. And Donald Trump is trying to foment hatred with his muscular shoulders and the hair that wisps in the wind that is strangely attractive. I can't explain why, but I just want to slap him. Hold on his pants and spank him. Why am I talking? That's going to be a lot of nuisance money. But here's the thing. Here's what's I don't want to say that I take joy in this. I really don't, because I want people to be safe. But I also think that when people talk about fomenting hatred, when you say that the president praised Nazis,
Exactly.
well, guess what? You're trying to encourage acts of violence, because everyone here, if there were an actual Nazi who were gassing Jews in his off time, not work hours, but that's the thing. But still, even if it were on his own time, my main gripe with a Nazi still gassing Jews wouldn't be whether it's work hours or if he's an independent contractor. It's not about the W-4. It would be primarily the gassing of Jews. All of us would kick his ass. All of us would probably try and kill him and dump his body somewhere in the Ozarks, right? So when you say that the president is a Nazi and you show a clip where you specifically edit out him condemning white supremacists and neo-Nazis, we ran this the other day. I don't even want to run it anymore because it seems like every time we run it, they just say, and he praised white supremacists. When you do that, you are guilty of, at the very least, encouraging a mindset that can lead to violence. It's not saying we have a disagreement of opinion. Me saying that Brian Stelter sounds really feminine and he's a talentless hack doesn't mean you guys need to go punch somebody. There are plenty of talentless hacks. Just look at the YouTube featured list. But when you say they're a Nazi, that's a bit different. So I take no joy in it, but I would say this is justice. The mayor of Portland, Ted Wheeler, is now moving out of his condo because of rioters consistently burning it down.
Yeah,
They're
and
peaceful.
by rioters, you mean
By
rioters, you mean Trump supporters, right?
Yes,
That's what's
exactly.
That
It's the Proud Boys
a lot of Trump
with a bowling
signs.
ball candle and a plunger.
Well, they're just there warming up, like doing the Christmas Carol thing. They're just practicing. That's all they're doing in the streets right now.
He's like
They're getting
packing
ready
up
for
boxes.
Christmas.
Yeah, he's packing up because of Patriot Prayer.
Pulling
He's
up the U-Haul.
packing up because of the people praying outside of abortion clinics. He said, it's best for me and for everyone else's safety and peace to move. I want to express my sincere apologies.
What an idiot.
I want to express, here's the funniest part. I want to express my sincere apologies for the damage to our home. What a bag, right? You're apologizing to them for the damage to your home. How will you apologize to them for the $25 million in damages to their homes, asshat?
Yeah.
Hey guys, listen. I'm really sorry that my home's going to be under renovations for a little while.
You're going to have to deal with hammering.
I'm going to have to go to the Catskills for a little bit. I'm sorry. I feel your pain. Says, and the fear that you are experiencing due to my position. It's unfair to all of you who have no role in the politics or in my administration. No, not experiencing fear due to your position. Experiencing fear due to your policy, Mayor Ted Wheeler.
Yeah, and when Trump says he wants to come in there and maybe clean up a little bit. No, please.
On behalf of
Stay
Portland,
far away.
no thanks.
Yeah.
What do you think he has in his apartment? Do you think he has a volunteer cleanup crew?
Right. Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
right.
So again, Donald Trump, this is why the American people see the president as someone who's an advocate for them against the elite. And it's amazing to me that they don't see this. When a guy goes, no, our city is doing really well. And Donald Trump says, well, listen, I think we consider the National Guard, fewer people would have to die. They go, you're a Nazi. A Nazi by saying fewer people. These are mostly black neighborhoods. I don't want more blacks today. Frankly, they go, no, they don't need it. Hey, by the way, let's get our own private security detail to clean up the fire in my house while I go to my beach pad. All right, guys, I feel your pain. No,
Peace out.
this is why, even though you want to raise taxes on everybody, that's not enough to appeal to the middle class. Yeah. Ted Wheeler, you aren't protecting your citizens, and the president, the billionaire from New York City, is the one who is looking out for, by the way, one of the few legitimate roles of government, their actual safety and security. Yeah. And you don't care, and then you apologize to your voting constituents for the damage that happened to your house. I can't think of anything that would make somebody more of a prick.
Exactly.
Mr. President, we've got it handled.
Mr. President,
we're good.
We've got it handled. And you know what? I will be the bigger man here and step up and apologize for the damage that you've experienced from my house.
Fact checkers, fact check. News.